camera adjusted. This is Friday the 13th. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. Well, tonight, I'm going to have a lace giveaway. And it's going to be celebrating. You know what it's going to be celebrating? It's going to be celebrating that I got some happy mail today. I mailed all the birds out that I've been working on since August. And so Chaz and Janet Nash will get theirs probably in a couple weeks because they're international. And Lala and Karen Kay. So, hi, Joyce. Welcome, Joyce. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. I also want to show you this postcard. I got it from Becky. I had a chat GPT prompt game, and Becky worked along with me, and she sent me a postcard from that. And it says, "Hi, Meri, I had so much fun arting along with you to create this lady. Her hair was made from a color grabber that went through the wash with red fabric." Oh, wow. So a color grabber grabs all the dye that may be coming out of a piece of fabric so it doesn't get into other pieces. I've never used it, but Becky uses it. So that's what she did all this red hair with. Wow, isn't that cool? Then she says, she is from a napkin I had in my stash. Enjoy. Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations. And Becky was just on, and if you haven't found her yet, be sure to go to Aunt Beck's Creations. And she was showing how to make these adorable little yarn hearts and how to do a magic ring in crochet. So this will go in my art journal for October. Thank you, Becky. Let me zoom out just a little. Yep. Come on. I have a little bit of trouble now with this phone zooming in and out, so bear with me. It's being stubborn. Well, I don't think I got out too much, but maybe enough. Let me get over here on my tablet, and you can look at Penelope for a minute, and go into my channel and welcome folks that are coming in. Says we have 8 watching. Although that's a pretty good view. I might have to show this magazine. Have to show it a little bit more. Hi, Ruth. Ruth, I got a message from you in Instagram. I hesitated to open it until I knew it was really from you. Did you send me a message in Instagram? I want to know because it came in at the same time that I know for a fact that another friend had sent me a message. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't click on it. I'm going to go ahead and delete it and delete the account. It said Ruth Lamb, and I'll tell you the other person was Barbara Clark. And I answered the one from Barbara Clark, and then they started talking about, did you get Publisher Clearinghouse win $1,000? I did, and blah, and I'm going, this is spam. This is a hat. Okay, well, it came in at the same time. So I said, the next time I see Ruth, I'm going to ask her. They start out with some very innocent line like, hi, how are you? You know, and that's how I thought it was Barbara Clark. So let me fix the quality on my... I'm glad to see you, Ruth, and I'm glad you popped in. So I'll go in after the chat tonight and delete that whole thing. I changed my password, so I don't think that will affect me any. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Ruth Lamb. Hi, Melody. And there's Becky. Becky, would you drop a link to your Little Hearts video for folks, and I'll pin it. I'll pin it because it's so sweet. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I watched where you were making the magic ring, and I'm going to go try that. Is that it? Okay, cool. Thank you, Becky. Let me pin that. There we go. All righty then. So what do I have tonight? Well, I have this magazine, but I want to show you what I've been working on. I've been, of course, you know, tatting, and I like to tat. I'm very much a beginner, and this is not from the online tatting class. This is what I was learning from before I found out about the online tatting class. But she has in the back here, and let me hide the pattern because I don't want to violate her copyright. Let me get a couple pieces of paper here. She made a wreath here, and that's what I'm making. Now, I tried it once with blue thread, and I'm still not advanced enough to crochet with thin thread. I tried it with green thread, not blue thread. Let's see if I can't grab a piece of paper here. So this is how far I am on it. I think there are 6, and I don't know if you guys can see it too well. Let me unthread this a little. And she made a wreath. She put a red ribbon in there. And I was in town yesterday. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 2 more rings to go. And then you close it up. And I got some thin red ribbon that you thread through the little rings and tie in a bow. So I'm working on that. In the class project, they're beginning to talk Christmas. So I don't know what all she emailed us a pattern for candy canes that are similar to this, red and white. So I might be trying that next. But I'm going to show all my progress in a separate video. Oh, I unthreaded my needle. I am starting to use the size 5 needle, which has a little bit smaller eye and a little bit nicer thread. This is DMC Cebelia, Cebelia. So, and I like how it tats up. So I wanted to show you my progress there. Let me get this out of the way here. And we had to go to town, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. My brother had some work done on his car. I believe it was yesterday. It could have been the day before. The days are starting to run together for me. Anyway, I got some magazines, just cross-stitch. I don't do a lot of cross-stitch anymore, but I try to latch on to the ornament issues. Every year they do a special holiday issue, and they have some really nice ornaments in here. This one was designed by the Decorated Owl, and which is a fellow, and I might work this one up. Although it's done on dark fabric, I don't have to do it on dark fabric. I could do it on a neutral color and it still look pretty. If I get one done out of all these, I'll be doing good. But I like to look at them. And then what I thought I'd do tonight, there's something now. This is an ornament issue or a holiday issue, and I believe these are made out of porcelain clay. And then lace put on them. I'm not going to do that, but they have some. Let me just go in here. You guys might have seen this. I got this at Walmart, and I consider myself very lucky to grab onto it because Walmart usually does not have these type of magazines. I want to draw some Santa Claus. I want to make some of these. Now, if I get the heads done tonight, I'll be doing good. And I'm just going to go through. I might pick some freebie Santa Clauses off of the internet. I want to do a set of old-fashioned Santa Clauses that are wrapped in cotton batting. I have cotton batting. and I'll have to look for things to put in there. I'm sure I have a lot. I have 3 or 4, 5 or 6 Christmas boxes out in the dining room. So, yeah, this is, I'm not going to go through this page by page. I thought this would be fun to do. Now, these are Christmas cards. These reminded me of Becky, because she tends to make those trees with the, well, these are triangle trees, but, you know, she makes those trees out of strips of paper, and these are triangular ones, and I've got paper left over that I could probably use, and I probably have some fabric, so I might be doing some things out of this holiday, Somerset holiday issue. I enjoy looking at these, even though I don't get a whole lot done out of them. It's fun to look. It's fun to look. So there we are. Now, how many do we have? We got 15 in here. Let me refresh my chat. And if you're up in the balcony listening in, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you join us. Want to come in? Let's see. Let's set a time. Let's say 8:30, because I have quite a few things to show you from the thrift haul. Let's set a time for 8:30 to have the lace giveaway. And I am celebrating that I got my birds mailed, my owls mailed, except for one, because I did not have the address. And I got the address right before I came online here tonight. So it will go out tomorrow. So I'm celebrating that I actually got some happy mail mailed. There's Janice. Hi, Janice Glines. It's good to see you. And there's Christy. I told Christy she won one of the owls, and she said if you haven't what'd you say, sent it yet or sealed it. I'd already sealed it and I taped it closed, but she wanted one of my zines. So if any of you want a zine, I'll catch you later. I'll have a specific scroll for that. The zines, my zine is just that little tap thing. And I need to cut some legal size paper down, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. But think about that. Christy, I'm going to do yours. And then I'll take names for everybody else. I need to find my printer ink. I bought new printer ink, and I've had it for a couple weeks, and it might be out in the other room. But I got enough, there's enough in there to do Christie's, and probably a couple more, but I want to get it all set up. Yeah, we'll do you a zine. So let's hop into the thrift haul. I had fun at the thrift store. Don't tell brother. Don't tell my brother. I got a cornucopia, paid $1 for it, and I'm sure it was, you know, probably a floral bouquet type thing at one time. But I thought how fun it would be to fill this with little fall, maybe even cloth ornaments or pumpkins made out of fabric or whatever. And got a couple weeks to work on that. Well, I think it hangs. I think it actually hangs, but I'm going to set it. I'm going to set it down. It only cost me $1, so yeah. So, decorative piece. How am I going to set these behind me? And then I raked in the stationery. Now this one I think I paid $2 for, and nobody's ever used it. And it says, "Thank you for being so thoughtful." I could send that to Becky. And to Arlene. These are thank you cards, but I like to take these and use the stationery for my scribble journals. And if something nice like that, I may not scribble on. And then there was a free 2024 calendar, which I thought was beautiful. And you look at how it's done here. This would make a nice little journal, but I'd have to destroy January. However, we got January over here. So, and the birds are they're pretty pictures. Well, I think this one goes vertically, or no, I guess it goes like this. Of course it goes like that. The birds are hanging on to the tree there. So, but it's a nice calendar, and it was free at the thrift store, so I grabbed it. I thought it was a pretty one. And here's some more stationery. Now this only cost me $1, but here again, I like to use these for my, this is nice stationery. It's a whole bunch of it. Look, it's a whole bunch of it. So I'm not sure if I'll use that for my scribble journal. That's what I thought, scribble journal, when I saw it. And then there's another one in here. And I think they charged me 25 or 50 cents. 50 cents, it's right there, for this. And there's not much left in there, but the folder is worth 50 cents. There's a few sheets left. This is a Christmassy one with the dog and the birds. And then, just as I was leaving, I saw these ledger sheets. They're just ledger sheets. For $1 from Allen's. Probably their closeout. That's the store that liquidated most of their stuff. And then I found a tin wall pocket that I thought would go really nice over here on my white. I have a white wall divider. And I thought that would go nice there. So there are those. Let me put those back. Do I have anything else in there? No, I don't. Let me put these back in the bag. I got another sack which is fully loaded, let me tell you. I had fun at the thrift store today. I surely didn't need to go thrifting, but I just felt like I had to. I just had to. Okay, so let's get out the other bag here, and the other bag is a paper bag. So look at all this gold ribbon, and it was only 50 cents. Oh, it's only 25 cents. Gold ribbon, a whole bunch of it. Yards of it. Gold ribbon for $1. Here's some more ribbon. This was only a quarter, and it's really a pretty ribbon. There's not quite as much, but there's quite a bit in there. And it's kind of a, well, it's probably a polyester, but, and that was only a $1, I believe. 25 cents. And I got a couple of Thanksgiving candles here. Let me put it like this. Put these up here. I'll probably put these out on the TV, but what I really got them for was I thought this would make a nice tag. Cover all this up, and what attracted me was this print here. So, and of course the candles are nice little turkeys. So there's those. Those were $1. $1. And yeah, here's some more ribbon, some blue ribbon. I'm starting to look for more of this thin type ribbon because you can weave it in between your tatting. And so I might use this ribbon, some of the thinner ribbon, with my tatting project. So if I see it, I buy it. Man, you guys, I have worn my shoes until they're threadbare, and I got a pair of shoes. I got a pair of, these are loafers, but I'm going to take these ties out. I don't like the ties in here. I'm hoping that I'm going to have to try them on and see if they'll stay on my feet. They may not stay on my feet if I take them completely out. I might try to hot glue or E6000 these together. I don't like the ties, but I thought they're good enough to wear around. And I just can't see paying $50, $80 for a pair of shoes. I can't see doing it. And then I found these, 2 sets of these for $1 each. Tassels. They're tie back, chair tie backs, chair There's a set of 4 in each of them. But they got these tassels that I'll have to probably wet this down and make it behave. But, you know, you buy this stuff and you never know quite what you're going to do with it. And then you're working on a project and it's perfect. I have it. And I bought this. This is Irish linen coasters. And I didn't open them. They were sealed shut. Let me open them. And I thought, well, you know, I like to stitch on linen. And I was thinking I could use them for slow stitching. Let me open them here if I can. I had too much fun at the thrift store. I had to go to the post office today. We went to town the other day, and I was planning on going by myself. But my brother got wind that I was going, so he wanted to drop off his car and then me to pick him up and then take him back when his car was done. So I didn't get done everything I wanted to do yesterday. So I went back today without him. Oh. Yeah. Oops. Oh, these are nice. I think there's 2 of them here. Oh, they're sewn together with this little bow. They're a coaster, but I'll probably take the bow out. Oh no, is the bow just pinned in there? The bow's just pinned in there. So there's 2 of them, and I think these will be nice for slow stitching. Or I don't know, if it's probably about maybe a 10 count thread if you wanted to stitch on it. But how many are in there? I think they said, let's see what it says on the package. Hold on. Irish linen coasters. It doesn't say how many, but it looks like there's maybe about 8 of them, 6 or 8 of them. And what did I pay for those? I forgot. I paid $1 for them. For linen, that's a good price. And then I like to buy these. You guys have seen me show this stuff before. And this does not even look like it's been worn. This is a black blouse. In fact, I don't think it has. The tags are still in there. Stain resistant. It's a blue general. I think it says it's been made in Egypt. Made in Egypt. And it's just a black shirt. It's a lady's shirt. And it's my size. That'll be washed. That's never even been worn. So go to the store and try to buy that for $3.50. And then I got another one. Now this one's probably been worn. But I'll wash it. This is just a striped shirt. And it's a chaps shirt. And I like to wear these around the house. I'll wash them. Wash them and they'll be good to wear. Good to go. And I got some napkins. Thankful napkins. I'll probably put them in my journal. I paid $1 for them. Let's see. Before I get all the other stuff out. Here are some Irish linen. These are little Irish linen hankies. I think there's just one in here. But look at that. Isn't that cool? There's 2 of them on there. May your cup overflow with health and happiness. And then that's probably in Gaelic or something. From Dublin. And I think there's just one hanky. It's an Irish linen hanky. There might be 2 of them. It's got a crease there. There might be 2. And those were $1 a piece. I'll use them. And before I guess I'm down to the fabric. I bought a lot of fabric. There was more I could have bought, but it was a little bit out of my budget. They had some really cool fabric that they were wanting. I think it was $6 or $8, and it was like 8 or 9 yards. And I don't have a use for that much fabric because I don't use that stuff to sew with. I use it in my craft. Let me put this over here. So I got this piece. This was $3, and it's kind of it's a tan, brown, and a black color. And I get this for crafts, you know, and this would even be nice to make kind of a Thanksgiving, maybe even a pumpkin out of. A pumpkin out of that. Put it in the, and here's some felt, or is that wool? No, I think this is wool. I think this is wool. My chat went away. I'm pretty sure this is wool. It may be it just says fabric. I paid $1 for it. It feels like wool, but it may be a synthetic. I don't know for sure. It was only $1, so it makes me think it's a synthetic. And then I got some terry cloth. And I'm about done here. I got some of this. I thought this would be pretty for an art journal, or even again, I'm thinking fall ornaments. This would make kind of make a nice fall heart or something. Might make some little people. And then my hand got real shaky, and I was looking at this little lady, and I dropped her. And I gathered up the pieces, and I took it up there, and I said, I dropped her. And they said, oh, you don't have to pay for her, because I got a lot. And I said, no, I'll take her home and alter her. And they didn't know what I meant by alter. But the base, I'm thinking the base, she's still got her feet, most of her feet. It's just the base that broke. And I'm thinking that I can make a base out of clay or even paper mache. She was only $1.50, I think. She wasn't very expensive. And, yeah, I dropped her on the floor and broke her. And then the only other things that I got were, what here? I got some scotch. I don't know if that's tape or washi, but usually that's pretty expensive. And I got it for $1. And then I got some little tiny brads for 50 cents, small brads. And that's the end of my thrift haul. So I'll have to find a place for all of this. My brother just shakes his head when I try to bring this in, sneak it by him when he's taking his nap. But the reason I went to town today was I needed to go to the post office. I did not want to put it off one more day. So I think I said at 8:30 we're going to have that lace giveaway. And let me put this away, and then I'll come out and chat with y'all. Y'all? Yeah. So I've been having fun doing my tatting, and I'm feeling much better today. Monday's my doctor appointment. I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping I can put it off until... I'm going to see if I can't put it off until I get my, not the doctor appointment, but anything resulting from that, until after I get my hospital bill paid from the emergency room. I don't know what that's going to cost. I have no idea. They haven't let me know yet. So, there we are. Let me refresh chat and come out and welcome you all in. Janice says she could be another Penelope if you build a pincushion around her. That's an excellent idea. That's an excellent idea. You know, I watched this channel, and I got to get the name of it. It's I watch it on another account, but it's a DIY channel, do-it-yourself channel, and she's always upcycling, and she'll actually go thrifting and buy things at the thrift store to upcycle. She could be another Penelope. Yeah. Could be wool felt. That could be, Becky. You know, they're in one of those magazines that I got recently. Oh, I went to the fabric store to get some thread to tat with, and I had to get the latest Piecework magazine, and inside of that is a rug hooking article, and that wool or wool felt would go real. That would make a nice fall piece, wouldn't it? Like an acorn, or and maybe even some of that other fabric. Because Ruth was in here earlier. I don't know if she's here tonight. Ruth Lamb does a lot of, or had done, rug hooking. I don't think she does it on a continuing basis. She says her mother does it, but she did a wonderful. Ruth did a wonderful teacup set that she rug hooked. An Irish blessing. The package says 6 coasters. Thank you, and hi, Laura. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So those are the only 2 places I stopped at today, was the post office and the thrift store. I did stop at the gas station on the way home. I was debating whether I had enough gas to get me home. It was hovering between empty and a fourth. And I thought, well, I could probably go home and get it at home and help the people at home. And then I thought, well, what if I run out, though? So I stopped and got gas on the way home. Thank you, Laura. It's good to see you. Hi, Christy. Who else is in here? Kathy D. Hi, Kathy D. Welcome, welcome. Janice says, nut hatches. Only birds can go down a tree head first. The only bird that can go down the tree head first. Wow, Janet, that's interesting. On that calendar. Nut hatches. They're the only bird that can go down a tree head first. That reminds me of when we were kids. And the house is all torn down now. My brother and I drove by it the other day when we were coming home from that gender reveal. We went through the town where we grew up, and a lot of the houses are either torn down or falling down, and you know, the town's almost a ghost town. But that house was cool, and my little friend and I, you know, it had steps, a nice set of steps going upstairs, and then they curved, you know, they curved, and we would get on our tummies. Now you got to remember, we were kids. We'd get on our tummies and go down the steps. That is a cool bird calendar, isn't it, Christy? Laura says hello. Christy's here. Janice is waving. Christy is waving. Ruth said, I didn't send you that Instagram, Mary. Ruth said, the wool piece will be perfect for rug hooking. I think it will too. And Ruth, I could mix it with some of that other kind of upholstery type fabric, couldn't I? I think I could. I could use some of that other fabric for, like, if I did an acorn. Well, I'd have to see what I have in my stash. I would want a neutral colored background, like a mustard or something like that, and then make a cap for the acorn, and then use that wool for the body of the acorn. They were nut hatches, Jenna said. Ruth said, my icon is the mat that I hooked. The mat needs replacing now. Oh, that's cool. Let me go look at it better here. I want to see Ruth. Go to channel. Let me see. Oh, it is. Wow. You're a mother of 4 and a grandmother of 2. Very cool, Ruth. Yeah, I've always wanted to do some rug cooking, you know, and I don't have to do, I could do just a small piece. I don't have to do a giant rug or anything. Becky says, when I went to the hospital, we had to pay $1,700 up front before they would treat me. I won't ever go to that hospital again. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this gynecologist, because yeah, I'm going to a gynecologist. I didn't even want to talk about it, but I think he's kind of charging me a little bit above the going rate. And since I've already made the appointment, I'm going to go through with it, but I'm going to double check before I agree to any. And I want to, you know, I'm kind of waiting to see what this, in an emergency room, they have to, my brother took me to ER, so they have to take you. They have to take you. So, yeah. As long as it's not too much fraying. My icon is a mat I hooked. The mat needs replacing now. Well, my brother has told me that he would help me and then I could pay him. Because I can't just fork out thousands of dollars. I don't have it. I can pay, you know, I can pay it off in payments. And that's what that ophthalmologist, he let me pay it off in payments. And they were very good about it, the pay as you go. But some doctors won't even talk to you unless you have insurance or can pay. That was in ER. You had to pay $1,700 before they'd even, wow, treat you. I wouldn't go to that hospital either. We can't anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. And I'm going to check around before I agree to any type of surgery. You know, I've been, what do I say? I've been fooled me once, shame on me. You know, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I'm going to check around on prices before I agree to anything, but we'll see. What I really want now is information, because I'm not convinced that surgery is all that necessary right now. We'll see. We'll see. I'm feeling good tonight. I haven't had any nausea or pain since last Wednesday, so yeah. The hospital, the Medicare would pay the in-hospital stuff, and that's one of the questions I want to, it would cover, what, 80% of it. But it wouldn't pay the doctor fee. It would pay the hospital stuff, yeah. Well, I really didn't want to talk about it, but I let the cat out of the bag, didn't I? It would be a hysterectomy. What they say is my uterus is putting pressure on my kidney. They say that it's enlarged. Then it's got all those it's got a really big fibroid in there, and it's putting pressure on my kidney, and that's where I was getting the pain from. So there we go. And you know, to you guys, a surgery like that is probably really common. I mean, it's kind of like the cataract thing. You know, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to die. Although, if you don't get it taken care of, you could have kidney failure, and that scares me. So, kidney problems are nothing to sneeze at. But it's scary to me, period. It's scary to me, period. Yeah, get a second opinion. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through with the appointment because I agreed with it. But like I said, I'm going to check around because, you know, I'm not going to pay. Well, I did check on the internet, and they say that it runs, depending on the situation, all the way from $6,000 to $12,000. And I can't pay $12,000. I don't even want to ask my brother to. I think that's crazy. We had a parcel at 38, still have ovaries. Oh, a partial at 38. Well, to be honest with you, I don't need my uterus anymore. I don't need it. So, but you know, there's all the going through it, and then, you know, there's all the side effects from it and all of that. If at all possible, I would rather not do it, but I don't think that's gonna fly. I think I'll probably be no extra meds. Well, that's good. You didn't have to buy extra meds. They gave me meds for nausea and pain, and that's what was bothering me. And they gave me fluids. And I felt good, and I feel good now. Hi, Chaz. Your bird is on its way. It's on its way. I mailed it today. Yours and Janet Nash's, and I mailed Karen K's and Lala's. They all went out today. And the owls, the envelopes, the owl envelopes went out to Mina and Christy and who else? One other person, I can't remember. Mina, Christy, and Janet Burgess. And then Karen, I did an owl envelope for Karen K's mother, and I did not have the address. And she sent me the address. I picked it up right before I came on live here. Check to see if the state has help. Public Health Center helped you apply to the state, and they paid for it. I will do that, Janice. I haven't looked into it too much. I'm going to kind of wait and see what the result of. Like I said, I need more information. I need more information. Yeah, the bird's flying toward you. The bird is on its way to Australia. It'll probably take a couple weeks. You never know, though. You never know. Sometimes they get there faster than what you expect. And I just hope it gets there without. I put a customs form on it, and I valued it. I marked it as a gift, and I valued it at $5. So, you know, I just hope nobody snoops in there and opens it up. And I think the last time I sent something to New Zealand, long time ago, it had been open by the time it got there. It was so sad. So I'll let you guys know what happens there. And like I said, I'm not going to die. But boy, I thought I was going to die last week. I'm not going to die, but you know, it's just no fun to go through. And I really, the biggest problem I have now, I don't have it tonight. I'm good tonight. But loss of energy. I don't want to do anything. And by the way, if you come in here and wonder what the pin is up at the top, that's to Aunt Beck's video that she, it was a live stream, I believe, she did on how to make the little hearts that she's making with Shannon. So check that out. I'm going to do a lace giveaway tonight. And let me reach for the lace. We can start getting that ready. I think I'm going to give away 5, and I might do it again later. I'm going to give away 5 1 yard of this, and of the, it'll be a set of the larger piece. I'm going to give away 5 sets, and I'm just going to say a yard is from the end of my finger to my nose. So that's about a yard. It's an approximate yard. I might put a few more inches on there. I haven't measured it exactly. So let me get this, and this won't go out till next week, you guys. I can tell you that for sure, because I'm not planning on going any place tomorrow. And everybody here is welcome to enter. I will send this internationally. It isn't going to be that heavy of a package. I'll put it in an envelope. So I'll get these ready, and we'll have the giveaway at 8:30. Bye, Janice. Thanks for popping in. You're sure welcome to stay. When we have the giveaway, I'll have somebody drop a number for you. I hear Scott purring in the other room. Hi, Pam. She says, my uterus was full of fibroids as well. It was painful. Surgery was the best thing I ever did. The hospital should be able to give you the cost. Yeah. Well, if it's done in the hospital, Medicare will pay for a good portion of it. I'm more worried about the doctor fee. We'll just see. Now that I let the cat, I wasn't going to say anything until I had more information. I'm not good at keeping my own secrets. Yeah, I did not feel good last Wednesday. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was on the way out, you guys. And in fact, I have started to get things together in case something happens to me. Not because of this, but you know, I could be driving down the highway and one of these big old semis full of corn could crash into me. There'd be corn and Meri spilled all over the highway. Corny Meri. And so I've got all my, you know, my Medicare and I have the insurance, if burial insurance and stuff like that. Car insurance, car titles, bank accounts, Social Security and all of that. I want to get that all together so they won't have to hunt all that stuff up if something happens to me. Hopefully I won't have to do that, but I mean, they won't have to. But 1, 2, I thought I had 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. I'm going to give away 5 of these. And this is kind of celebrating the fact that I got Happy Mail out today. So I'm getting ready to finish up the other birds. I know Cheryl said she wanted one. And I've got 5 that I've already promised in a giveaway. And I told Paula and Raul that I would do one for them. And now I told Cheryl that I would do one for her. So I've got to get busy on those. I won't guarantee it may take me a while to get it all done, you guys. I won't guarantee how that's going to go. But I may just do one and mail it. And then do one and mail it rather than I have all 5 done. All right, there's the small pieces. Now I have, and I've still got a bunch left, you guys, so I may be doing this again. I've got a bunch. That's more lace than I'll ever use. I'll save some for me. Let's get the larger stuff out. It's here. What's this? Hold on. I don't know what I have here. Hold on. Looks like a Hobby Lobby. I think I showed you guys all of this. It's been a while. I just set it down here, and here it is. There's on the floor. I want to make sure you guys are all plugged in. Oh, I didn't show you this. I got this at the thrift store. I paid $3.50 for it, and I only bought it because I thought, wow. At first, I thought they were paint brushes, but they're knitting needles. At first, I thought, oh man, a set of paint brushes. But no, it's a set of, and I do knit. I'm a beginning knitter. Now I'm going to turn it so you guys can, oh, there went the lace over the, I'll have to reach down and get it, I guess. Set of knitting needles here. Very cool. $3.50. You could not get all these knitting needles. You probably could not get this for $3.50 retail. And it looks like looks like there's a couple missing, but I have some I can put in there. Maybe a couple of Tunisian crochet hooks. I need a place for them. So that was a bargain, I thought. I had fun at the thrift store today. Now, can I reach all that lace that fell? Jeez, Meri. Hold the phone. Let me see if I can Let me set it up here and you guys can look at this. This is wide lace. It's a wide. I'm going to give away five sets, a yard each of. No. Let's see if I can reach this. Yeah. So sorry, you guys. I'll have to straighten that out. And I'm not measuring with a ruler or anything. I'm just going from fingertip to nose for a yard. So let me get these 5 off of the desk. And let's measure out a yard here. And some of it may be a little, maybe I'll just cut the first yard off for myself. I'll cut the first yard off for myself so you won't get any crinkly stuff. Yeah, I dropped that little figurine in the thrift store. My hand was shaking. I don't know. Is that a... Yeah, that's got to be a full yard. I've got pretty long arms. I'll save this piece for me. In fact, I might use it to do some arty envelopes. We'll set it up here. All right, so I want from nose to finger, and I do have long arms, so I'm sure you're gonna, and I'll give you a little over a yard. I'll give you a yard and maybe 6 inches or so. And I probably will not be on until 10 tonight. I want to do Christie's zine. I'm just kind of being lazy easy on myself. All right. Oh, that's surely a yard and over. So let's unfurl some more here. I'm sorry about my camera. Let me see if I can't adjust this and zoom out just a little. How is that? A little better? Okay, let me measure again here. So it's sure good to be back with you guys. I'll tell you, thought I was died and gone forever. Oh. Let me cut this. I got this as a bargain. Both of these, I paid $15 for both of them. Not $15 a piece. $15 each. $15 for both of them. But then I had to pay shipping, and shipping was about $13, $14. So the shipping cost me a lot. But I have more lace than more lace than, and if you guys can use it for any of your projects, do what you want with it. I'm not going to, once it's out of off my desk, it's yours if you win it. Let me see what I got here. Yeah. Hold on. I'm just kind of hand measuring this by the other pieces. But I've got over a yard here, so I'm pretty sure. And hold on to this. So there's 3. Let me pull this one out. And I need 2 more. Whee! This is awfully pretty. I don't know why she said she had more, but I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. I got it off of Facebook, and I have not seen her on there yet with any more. But she lived further away than I could drive. Although, Becky, our Joann's closed permanently. So if I ever want to go to Joann's, I'm going to have to go up to Lincoln. Alrighty. There's 4. I think I need one more. And we'll save this piece out to measure it. Yeah, this is more lace than... It's almost a joy to be able to share it with you guys. And when you... And international are welcome to play in this giveaway. If you're international, you're sure welcome to play, because I think I can afford to send this off internationally. It isn't going to be that heavy. And I have to send off Sherry Van's cluster. And Becky, I have some fabric I want to send to you. And Karen K, I need to send off a couple journals that I need to give to her. So I have more mailing to do. But boy, I got mail out today. I was happy with my accomplishment. All right, so let's get these. And they'll all be the same thing, so I'm not going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. I'll just have a giveaway. We'll only have one drawing, but let me put these in sets here. Looks like I've got a little needle there. Let me put that over there. So let me grab smaller ones to go with these. Oh, hold on. The smaller ones are actually more textured. These are very lacy, flat lace, and these are textured. So I'm just going to put them like this for a set. And actually you're going to get more of the larger ones. That I knew it was over a yard, but that's okay. We'll just fold them up. However they are, you can get what's there. And I'm not going to say which one has what in there, because I'm not going to fool with that. Fold it that way, and then fold it back this way. And I'll probably put it in a manila envelope, maybe something like that. All right, so there's one set. Let me set it someplace. Someplace. All right. I could do this offline, but it's more fun to do it on in front of you guys. It's more fun to do it in front of you. And the larger pieces, the more wide pieces have probably about 6 or 8 inches more than the smaller piece. I just allowed a little bit more. So there's 2. Joann's is in big financial trouble. That's so sad. I was reading about that. I think their stock price was, the last time I heard it, was down to 86 cents. It would be nice if they would crawl out of it, wouldn't it? But you never know. You never know. At one time, I had read from multiple news sources that Hobby Lobby, the guy who owned Hobby Lobby, that Mr. Green guy, call him Mr. Green Jeans, was going to give Hobby Lobby away. But I don't think that ever happened. And I don't know if Hobby Lobby's employee owned now or not. But, you know, those big retail stores, they, you know, they're competing. not only with each other, they're having to compete with the internet and the web and Amazon and Temu, and you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. And as much as I boycotted Joann's, this one doesn't have quite as much left over here, but it has some. You know, I would miss Joann's discount fabrics. I like to, after watching Becky, I've always chucked out the discount fabrics. The 75%, 50% off discount fabrics. When I went to Joann, I never got there that much. Last time I was in Grand Island, I asked the lady at Goodwill, because I thought she would know. And she said, well, go check it out. The mall's being all tore up and redone as a community type, I don't know, assisted living or something like that. I don't know what they're doing. The whole mall is being, all the stores had to get out. They're making apartments and I don't know what all out of it. All right. Some of this doesn't have as much. This probably has maybe 4 inches lapped over here, 4 or 5 inches, but it all has some lap over it. It's not 8 inches though. But you'll get a full yard. So one more, and then we'll have the giveaway. So if you're out there up in the balcony and you want to win a set of this lace, come on in. We're going to do that next. And like I said, it won't go out till next week for sure. For sure. Because I'm not going anyplace this weekend. I'm staying home and tatting. It's cold out. Is it cold where you guys are? Brr, it was windy and cold. Here. I still have some yard work that needs to be done. I don't know if it's cold. I won't. Now this has a good amount of lap over. This one probably has about 6 inches. Those others do not have that much overlap. So you'll get what you get. I don't know which ones, since I folded up, I don't know which ones have more and which don't. Let me hide this. All right. So I have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're just going to put them in a stack here. And let me get a piece of paper. Maybe I'll use my Crayola because it's in my face. Let me get this cord out from underneath my chair. I pulled the... No, that goes to my heat gun, I guess. You get a piece of paper. So I'll probably put this in my journal, so I'm going to fold this in half. And we're going to have one drawing, and the first 5 numbers will win. So this is 10, 13, 23, and I might do this again because I have plenty of lace giveaway, but it won't be right away because I gotta watch my pennies, but I can afford this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The range will be, there's 21 of you in here from 1 to 100. And we're going to go down the column. I'm going to put in sequence number generator 1 to 100. And we're going to do it as we go down. The top number, the person who's closest to the top number will win this one. The closest to the next number will win this one, and on down. International are welcome to play. What else? You can play for somebody else. Would somebody please put a number in for Janice Glines? She was here earlier, left some good information. I appreciated that. Somebody else put in a number for Arlene. Arlene's not here tonight, but she's usually in my morning. So let me set it up. Don't say anything until I put in the go. Let's see, I'll put 1 to 100. And play for anybody that you want. I mean, you know, of our group. You know the routine. Anybody that you think would enjoy it. Whoops, that G means go. And you can play for your mother, your sister. You can play for you know, because Becky, I know, likes to play at times for her mother, and so does Karen Kay. You can play for anybody you want. Well, you know, our art groups. Thank you, Laura. Laura, put in a number for yourself, too. And while that's going on, let me go out to random number generator here. Oh, yeah, let me get a new page, a new tab. And let's put random org sequence generator. Go. And there it is right there. And it's set up for 1 to 100 already, so I don't have to do anything there. And I'll hold it up closer so you guys can see it. Thank you guys for putting numbers in. I'm going to let it... We don't have a... Well, let me refresh. Hopefully it won't wipe me out if I do that. You have a good chance to win. I think Becky and Laura are are being good. Thank you, guys. Laura, change the number for Arlene, please. Melody says. I think she did. Oh, Arlene 22 and Melody has 22. And Melody says, I want 22. Laura, would you give Arlene a different number? Thank you. You guys got a good chance to win. Hi, Sharon and Pam. It's good to see both of you. Ruth is here. Laura Vasquez. Melody, Becky. Anybody else? These are good prices. It's a good price, I think. You try to buy a couple yards of this. See what it'll cost you. Go to, I don't know, what would you think this would cost? At least $4 a yard, if not more. This is nice lace. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. If anybody's out there wants to win some lace. Isn't that beautiful? You know, and even if you don't do anything with lace, you might know somebody who might enjoy it. You could give it to them. I got 5 sets here. All right. We're going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7. I think we're done. 6, 5. It is beautiful. Christy, did you put in a number? You did. What was I on? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Here we go. S-R-O-P. S-T-O-P. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go out the random org. Random org. And here's the numbers. It's all set up for 1 to 100. And you got a good chance to win. Get sequence. Come on, get sequence. And the numbers are 8, 50, 86, 54, and 55. Let me write these down. 8, 50, 86, 54, and 55. I'll bet you Becky gets one of these. She always puts in 59. All right. Who's closest to 8? Laura. Laura, do I have your address? You'd think I would, of all the mail that you sent me. But would you send it to me? Yeah. There's my email address. Ruth Lamb has 45. Ruth Lamb. I'll bet she does something beautiful with it. Ruth, would you send me your address too? I'm sure I have it somewhere out there, but just so I have the most recent one. Chaz, I'm going to do what you guys say. Chaz, I just mailed to Chaz today. Chaz, you get some more. Has 77. Let me write this. 77, 45, and Laura had 2. 54. I know Becky had 59. Who else is in the 50s there? Oh, well, Becky, 29. Is that the closest one? I'm going to go with what Becky says. Stitch it, Pam. Pam, I think I have your email address, but I don't know if I have your mailing address. 29. No, Becky, you have 59. You have 59. I'm going to give you 29. I'm going to give this to Pam. I'm going to give this one to Becky. Becky's being kind. Becky's being sweet. It's just her nature. You're over? Oh. Well, Becky, I'll put a piece in with I'll put a set in with your fabric anyway. 20. Who was that? Christy. Well, I'm mailing to Christy. Christy has 20. Thank you, Becky. And I'll put a piece in with your fabric that I'm going to send to you. I got it ready to go over here. I just didn't get it all mailed today. So I'll get these ready. Thank you guys for playing. And I want to try something. This is what I cut off. I had a couple wrinkles in it. I didn't want to give it to anybody. I want to try, let me grab an envelope here. Let's see if I can do some, well, I want to send them off in manila envelopes, though. I think I have a, I didn't go any place to get any sprayer. What fell? Let me pick this up before I hold it. I don't want to run over anything precious. I dropped one at Karen K's. I need to mail this too. I got 2 of these that I'm sending to Karen. She won one, and I'm going to give her the other one. All right. What I want to try, I haven't even opened these, or maybe I did open them, and yeah, I think I did. I think I'm going to try to sponge. I don't have any spray. I quit doing the spray stuff, you guys. I quit doing the spray stuff. Let me move my phone. Get it into a safe spot. And boy, it would be nice if this would fit right on here, wouldn't it? And I think I could, let me get some waxed paper out. Hold the phone. Meri's busy playing. And my wax paper. Oh, it's good to be back again, you guys. It's good to be back with you. Yeah, I'm so inconsistent lately. All right, let's get all this out of the way and spray my desk with water. And I like to do this because it holds my wax paper in place at least for a little while. And then, this is all dry up here. It might look wet, but it's dry. The wax paper's over it. It wouldn't matter if it was wet anyway. And then I think I'm going to take a piece of this. Now, I don't think there's, well, yeah, I think this is the right side of it. Here, and let's just go right over the label. Now, I'm going to pull it up so it won't. Now, I'm thinking I could sponge, but do I want a wet sponge? I think it would, if I wet sponge like with a liquid, I think it would leak under. So I'm going to try some ink. And this will just be my play piece. This was kind of wrinkly because it was up at the top. At the front of the roll. And I didn't want to send that to anybody. Let's see what I can do here with ink and a sponge. I'm not sure. I don't know where I'm going with this, to tell you the truth. Let's see. Here's the walnut ink and vintage photo and a sponge. I had sponges out. I can't find these wedgie sponges anymore. Petals and Dreams. She hasn't been here for ages. I think she's doing family stuff. But she sent me a whole box of these, and I'm sure glad she did, because I'm still using from them. Bless her heart. Hi, Janet. Janet. Your owl went out in the mail today. You should get it in a couple days. You should get it next week sometime. It's on its way. It's winging its way towards you. I'm celebrating that I actually got some Happy Mail out. Let's try the vintage photo. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I should probably tape the envelope down a little too. Maybe up here. Just so it won't, although it's on wax paper, I don't know if it will hold or not. All right. Come on, get in there. All right, let's see. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it. Oh, and let's mix some black in with that. Come on. And my inks are getting older, so we'll see what happens here. I don't want to put wet on it, you know, to wrinkle the envelopes. It'd just be messy. So we'll see if any of this comes out. I don't want to take it off yet. Something should come through it. I don't know if you'll get a lace pattern or not. Ouch! I think there's a mosquito in here. He just bit me. Bit my leg. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll find out. I want to make sure that it's got ink in the crevices. I'm going to peek. Oh, I think it's doing something. And so it is along the edges anyway. It might just be pretty. And this distress is water-based, but the black is permanent. I guess I should probably put some wax over these if I put them in the mail. Just in case it rains in the postmaster's mailbag. And I'll just, you know, this would work real nice for spray ink, but I really quit buying it, you guys, because of it all clogs up on me, and I quit making it too. It just, it's okay if you're just having fun, but sometimes it's more bother than it's worth. I kind of quit using it. All right, shall we see what I have? Maybe get some of this smoothed out here. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Alrighty, here goes. We're going to see what we have. I'm going to pull it out this way. Oh, it's pretty good. Maybe in here it needed a little more, but it could be used as an art journal page. And I'll put the mail. Got a little wet coming through there, but that's okay. That'll dry. I think it's pretty. Let's see if I can do another one. I mean, there's some areas in there, but if you use this as an art journal page, you're going to be putting photos or journal spots or something on there, and then I'll just address this side. I'm going to use that for the lace giveaways. Let's do, I think I have 5 of them here. What time is it? It's 8:55. And like I said, these are not going to go out till next week. I got exactly 5. I used one. Oops. I'll just slip that right under and do it again. So I appreciate you guys spending. Thank you, Christy. Pitched. What did Becky say? I pitched all my sprays too. Yeah. They just get messy, don't they? Knock, knock. Come in, Meri. Am I knocking, knocking, knocking? Knock, knock, knock. I think that's what Laura meant. I'm knock, knocking. Come on in. You guys, I think if it warms up, it was in the 40s. It was cold and the wind was blowing. Oh my goodness, that wind. That wind was blowing. And that made it even colder, the wind chill. And today, so I couldn't get outside much. But next week, we have when I cleaned out that little room, there was a scarecrow in there. You know, one of those like what you see at Hobby Lobby, stands about, oh, maybe 4 feet high or so. And I put him out in the garden. And of course, you know, the weather beats down on him, but he needs refreshed. And I'm going to have to take you guys on a tour of our main street here in town, because they put up scarecrows. They put up scarecrows on poles at the corners on the light poles on Main Street in this little town until probably after Halloween. And I told my brother, I said, we should dress up our scarecrow and put him out under, I said by the park bench, but I think he'd look better out there by that tree on the corner. And he thought that was a good idea. And I've got things, you know, like what I buy at the thrift store, those tops and things. I've got a pair of pants that could be used for him. And I was at the Dollar Tree and I bought this bright orange-red scarf. And I can repaint his face. So I was thinking I would do that if it warmed up a little. I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Let's see, the spots that I missed. Let me get that other one out. On here. Were up in here. So let's put knock, 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 knock on that. And actually, just right in here, but actually, these are kind of pretty. And you can art on them. I've learned from, I haven't seen her for a while, Artidar, to put wax over the pieces of art that are going through the mail, and it really does protect it. Like those watercolors, envelopes, they're waxed, and it protects it. So I might just take some Daddy Vans and go across here. I don't want to put anything liquid on it because the distress will blur it all. A spray medium would work too, but I need to go get that, and I don't want the smelly kind. I don't want to send you smelly fixative on here and get all into the lace. We don't want that. This will probably be, well, I wanted to do Christie's zine. Maybe I'll do that next after this, and I'll work on this Sunday night too. I probably won't get in here till Sunday night, but they'll go next week. I've got 3 more to do. I want to do Christie's zine tonight. Got that off a little. And this is pretty easy to do. And Becky's doing her autumn journal. I'm not able to follow along, keep up with it all. And doing those little crochet hearts. So cute. Let's take this tape off up here. All right, let's see what I have. What is it tearing on the wax paper? A little bit wet on the... Well, that came out pretty good, didn't it? When you get it, you can just, you know, fold it over, use it as an art journal page, use it on ATCs, use it wherever you use your lace. But that's all I'm going to do tonight of the envelopes because I want to do Christie's zine. And I got to hunt up my ink. I think my ink, my refill ink is, I still got plenty in there. I got enough to do probably the rest of the zines, but I want to do Christie's. Told her I'd get it out in the mail tomorrow. I think my ink is out in the living room. Okay, let's take the lace off of the pieces here. And I'll just use this lace for art. This will be my mixed media piece. And I'll put that up there and so put my inks away here so I can get at them the next time I want them, and let me clean my hands. Ew. I'm going to have to get me some more paper towels too next week. I need to go to the Dollar General stores, usually where I get my paper towels. Although these I've been using from this package since last Christmas. Been using from them, but I had some others too. So this was the Christmas. I think this was the last one. So she said, and in order to do that, what is the size of a legal paper? 11 by, somebody tell me the size of legal paper. I need to cut some legal size paper because I did not buy any more. Christy says, Miss Meri, I'm going to start streaming on Sundays too. I was thinking in the AM. Um, you know, Chris, she streams from 8 to 9 Eastern on Saturday and Sundays, just to let you know. I don't know if you know Chris. From 7 to 8 Eastern on Sundays, just letting you know. Oh, 11 by 8. Thank you, Chaz. Just so you're aware of that, Christy. 7 to 8 Central, I think. Let's do a couple sheets. 11 by 8? Is that legal? 8.5? That doesn't sound right to me. 8.5 by... Hi, Karen. Karen, your bird is on its way to you, and your bird is on its way to you, and the owl will, for your mother, will go out tomorrow. It's all ready to go. I still have to send your journals to you. I'll get them ready. I have another mailing. I have another couple mailings. I have lots of mailings left. I'm going to do 2 legal sheets. Yeah, it sounds 8.5 by 14. Thank you, Karen. I think that's what it is. And let's see what I have here. One, oops, I thought I had 2 there. Okay, 14. I'm going to cut it this side off. It's a little. All right, 14. Right here. Make sure this is all. And I got to get Sherry Van's mail sent to her. Her cluster came back to me because I put a bobby pin embellishment in there, or a ladybug on it, cluster. I don't know if I had the bobby pin on there or not. All right, and that's 14 by 8.5, and I know I have to kind of go like this, by 8.5. Go. And it has a little bend in there, but it'll be okay. And I've been saving this. Maybe I'll draw a couple of Santa Clauses tonight. So let me set this up for legal. Let me put the legal paper in there. Good night, Becky. She says, I hate to go, but I'm fading fast. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. You too, Becky. Have a great weekend. And thanks for popping in. And if you guys wonder what's pinned up there, Becky was showing how she makes these little hearts and how to do a magic ring with crochet. You'll want to catch that. If they're sweet. They're darling. Let me put this paper in the paper slot. And there we go. Now, I have to set my printer up for legal. And let's come here. That's not it. Here. Epson print. I forget which one it is. I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, this is I think if I go out, let me close this, go out to my files, and I was playing with it earlier today. Open with the PDF reader, I think. And I need to set up the printer, so hopefully it'll let me do that. Print, paper size is, we're going to leave it portrait, but we want legal. And we only want one. Select range. 1 to 1. And I think that's all I did. Color, copies, orientation, pages. Let's see what happens. And it'll take a minute for it to print. Are you going? Yes, it takes a minute for it to read all of that. So while it's working, I'm going to come out and look at chat. Becky had to call it a night. Hi, Teresa. It's good to see you. Let me go into live chat here. Live chat. Janet says hi, Teresa. Teresa says hi, Meri and friends. Teresa says that basket was cute that she keeps them in too. Yes, she was telling how she and Scott went through all the yarn on that basket. She said it had loops on it, and she and Scott went in and cut off all of the loops. Hi, Brenda. Brenda A. It's good to see you. Sharon Lombard's here. Sharon, I have a Santa Claus to send you. He's here someplace. Every time I see Sharon, you'll get it for Christmas. It's only been a year. Becky says goodnight. She's fading fast. You gave me the letter size. I wanted the legal size, Chaz. That's okay. You're all right. You're all right. Chrissy said, Miss Meri, I'm going to start streaming on Sundays too. I was thinking in the AM. I'll have to watch replays. I do not stream on Sunday mornings. I that's my spiritual time. That's time with Jesus. Although I didn't go to church last Sunday because my brother's granddaughter had her gender reveal. She's gonna have a little girl, gonna have a little baby girl. All right, I'm gonna cut this off first, and I think it's a little bit larger than 8.5, or by 11. Well, let's see. 11 comes right here. 11 is right there. So it's just a teensy bit larger. I could probably cut it down a little there. Let's cut this. Here. But they don't have to be the exact. Now see, if I cut this down too much, though, it'll cut off my, so I want my running stitch on there. And I'll have to trim this down too. Hold on. Get this placed. And let's clean this up. Got a little, don't know if that happened in the printer or what, but we'll clean it up. this one. On Prime Days, I got an overhead lamp. I know you guys don't realize it because of the camera shining down, but I want a light shining down on my work. I might have some shadow going on, but it's kind of hard for me to see everything. Now, I think this might do it. I cut it off a little there, but let's see how I got it here. 1, 2, well, 11. I could have left more of it on there. Wait, 1, here, wait. This is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's here. I went. So I could cut this down a little here. Let's cut this down a little more. And at 11 would be right there, but I don't want to cut all that off, so I'm going to pull it just to be a little bit longer than 11. About 11 1/16. Alrighty, we'll see how this folds up. Let's save my sponge. Alright. So, hamburger fold, or hot dog fold. Got a little white on the edge there. Yeah. Fold it this way. I'm hoping that this will come out good for you, Christy. Christy, what time are you planning on Sundays? Do you know? I'm just curious. No, this isn't straight here. Let me hold on to that. Brenda says, I drive Bo crazy with my lights. I need more light to see what I'm doing than he does. Oh, you're very welcome, Christy. Teresa, did you get a little something from me? Janet wants to know. Sharon's laughing at something. Sharon, what are you laughing at? Are you laughing at me? All right, then you fold it this way. I owe Sharon art. She's always sending me stuff, but I never get stuff sent back to her. I feel guilty. Someday I'm going to send her something really nice. I still have Arlene's stuff to send. Christy says, I'm shooting for around 10 or 11 Central Standard. Oh, that sounds good to me. I don't know who else streams on Sunday mornings. I do know that Chris streams early, 7 to 8 Central, so you won't conflict with her. I kind of don't watch Sunday mornings. Monday mornings, I never really stream either, unless I have something special that's going on that I need to get done or do or something. I want to show, I might do an impromptu at 4:30 or something, but hardly ever. I'm usually sleeping. I'm usually sleeping. Let's use my... Come on, Meri. Whoops. What did I do there? All right, let's give her a cut in the center. And she goes like... Had to find the front page. She goes like this, and she folded up pretty good. Now, I think I put a border around, a gold border, or, ouch, black stitches or something around this. But little dinosaur sat on a rock to tap one day. I got this pretty close up here. She found her needles, thread, and shuttle, and her golden scissors. But what she didn't have was an idea. See all this space up in here? That's just because of my printer. I'll put gold up in there. It's down a little far here too. But it got it on there pretty much. I think what I did was put stitch lines. Let's put some stitch lines around here. See, this in here was a little off where I cut it. And I'm not going to redo it. We'll just stitch it up. And I think I did that on my others too. I know I had a heck of a time. I had a heck of a time getting prints from this. Find out where that print goes right there. And I really don't remember what I did on the others, to tell you the truth. It's been several days. There were some really creative zines in that swap. You guys, I don't believe anybody who says they have no imagination, because those were really cool. Those were cool zines. Every last one of them. I got a little mark there. Oops. A little oopsie mark. Little thread hanging off of my piece there. Let's go here. Make sure I'm at the right spot. Yeah, I still need to learn a lot about this printer. There's still lots to learn. What she didn't have was an idea. Alrighty, I think do I want to know? I think I'm okay. I hope you like it, Christy. I hope you like it. Let's make it, fold it down. It really turned out pretty good as far as the folds go. Kind of the pictures were kind of off-center, but the stitching around them helps. I don't know if I want to do anything along the bottoms there or not, because I got those marks. Maybe I will. It just doesn't look quite right to me. I have double stitch lines there. That's okay. Oops. Little dinosaur sat on a rock to tap one day. She found her needles, thread, and shuttle, and her golden scissors. But what she didn't have was an idea, and that's a broken light bulb. And here's Dinah's art journal, and she's a member of the hashtag Society of Idea Collectors. I need to think about it. Here she's thinking. Think, think, think. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Wonder what if and why not. What did she make? And that's a crocheted or a tatted question mark. And that's a drawn tat. That's not a real tat. And the back piece here. The back piece did not get. Let's take some, and I do that anyway. Let's take some ink, and let me get to my inks. I usually do that anyway. I'll ink around the edges and around this open spot, and it kind of hides any oopsies. What she didn't have was an idea. I'm just going to use this. I wouldn't say this is my best ever work, but it's not. It was fun to do. All right, I'm going to use vintage photo and fossilized amber. I'll use the amber first. And I think I did these on the ones I sent out too. I would ink the edges on the inside because it kind of, if anything peeks out, it's colored. It shouldn't if you're good, but I'm not all that great. Let's clean that up. Hold the phone. Went over the edge a little. So Sunday when I come on, I'm going to finish inking those lace envelopes so I can get those. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I think Chris comes on tomorrow morning too. And there's more people coming on Saturday mornings, but I kind of lose track. Stacy at Catitude comes on every morning at 10 Eastern, so you might look for her. Saturday night, Beth Schuler comes on. I got her down. You know, Beth Schuler streamed for probably, what, going on 5 years now? 4 or 5 years? Maybe even more than that. I don't know. You'll have to ask her. And she's pretty consistent. I was more consistent, but I've kind of lost this last year. I kind of have lost track of myself. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go over this with some browns. And this is all distressed, so keep that in mind. If you happen to get it wet, it might run, because that ink's pretty thick on there. Let's do the center. There we go. Oh, let's see how it folds up now. It was the last page that kind of peeked through. And see, I've got that ink on there now, so I could probably get a rusty hinge or something and put on there, but we're going to leave it. And yeah, it's not perfect, but it's me. Got a little ink on here, but that's okay. There we go. So we'll put this in an envelope for you. I'll try to get it off to you tomorrow, Christy. It's gonna be, the only day work is from 3 p.m. to 11. It's going to be the only day. Work is from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, and sometimes Saturday. Well, that's keeping you pretty busy at work, aren't they? I've been there, Christy, I know. I did not stream when I was working. And in fact, I didn't start my channel until, well, I did some contracting, but toward the later part. But by 2013, those last few years were pretty sparse. Economy wasn't that great. so I did YouTube. All right. I've been there. I don't think I could have done my channel and worked the type of work I was doing. It demands a lot from you. I've got to clean this. It's got to really clean it. All right, Christy. I got a little ink up in there, but I think that'll be it's kind, and some of this white from the inside pages are showing through, but I think it's pretty good. I think you'll enjoy it. So it's 9:30. There was one thing I wanted to do. Where did I throw that? Let's grab a... Let me put my trimmer back so I can find it. Let's just... I wanted to draw a couple of these old-fashioned Santies, and I think I'm going to do it on a piece of paper here. I'll just do it on one of these cut-off sheets. And I actually wanted a thin, and I suppose they're all out in the other room. Oh. Find a Sharpie. I'm going to have a bag just for my Sharpies. A packet just for Sharpies. I don't know if I... Let's put my ink away. Let me run out and get a Sharpie. It's in the living room there. Hold on. Oh... Okie-dokie. I want to make some of those old-fashioned Santa Clauses. This is the Somerset Holiday Magazine. And they have, look, I thought this might be fun to make too. Now, she said she had a die cut. These are paper. She made a paper tree, and that's a skewer. And well, she had these little pots, but you could use little flower pots. And Spanish moss and a skewer, and they made these paper trees, and these are actually little hearts. I thought that might be fun to make, a little Christmas tree. But the old-fashioned Santa Claus is here, Recreating Old World Holiday by Janet Metzer, M-E-T-Z-G-E-R. And let me grab one of these old-fashioned Santa Clauses to draw there. I think I like that one the best. And let me just fold this in half. It doesn't have to be large, because I'm gonna make some of these cloth dolls. Bat, old German. This is cotton batting. The holiday season has always been a time of year I eagerly look forward to. I've been handcrafting my own holiday decorations since the 1970s. I have two, and every year I like to make at least one unique ornament for myself. And it might be these. Back then it was simple glass balls with my boys' names written in white glue and glittered. I've always admired the old world Victorian ornaments made of cotton batting and spun cotton, which I would find in antique shops or holiday craft fairs. I especially love the Santas with their sweet paper faces. So I'm just going to play with a couple of these, if I can get my pen open. And maybe I should zoom in a little, if I can. Let's zoom in just a teeny bit. Whoops. Come on, phone. They did something to it. Makes it harder for me to zoom in and out. Whoops, there. Now let me tip my camera. Okay, wait. There. All right, he's going to wiggle a little. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm sorry. So, let's fold it this way. Can I do that? Maybe like that. Gonna kind of get my nose up to it. Whoops, I already opened that. So he isn't very big. These faces aren't going to be very big because he's going to be a doll, so, you know, most of his body takes up most of the room. Penelope, I'm going to have to move you. Move this up a little. I don't like that folded. I'm going to put it back out flat again. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it. All right. So we're going to kind of just draw him in there, and we'll see how he turns out. There's something on his forehead there. I didn't do that, did I? No. What's on his forehead right there? I just noticed it as I... All right, so his eyes, he's got big dark eyes. And he's got big eyebrows. And his hair kind of comes there. And it's really hard for me to do small faces. Even though I'm using a Sharpie, it's pretty thick line. All right, then he's got these cheekbones here, and his nostril, and a cheekbone coming down this way. And then his mustache comes up like that, and like that. And of course now I can't see for that tree, so I'm going to imagine his beard coming out and down like that. Now, what I did with all my watercolor. You don't want to see my, you want to see my desk over here. It's full. It's just full again. What did I do with those watercolors? Oh, come on. Here they are. Let's grab this. Is that the complexion one? I think that's the complexion one. Let me put this box back up there. And I just need a little touch. A little touch of, in fact, I could probably use from the lid here, just to give him some fleshy tone. And let's get a little brush, and I think that I can use that for water. And just gonna wet my brush, and let's grab some of this and see what I can do here. the edges. Maybe a little darker, a little fleshier in there. And his eyes, and around here. Now, my towels. Now, I don't think this has a white. It has sort of a beigey color. And let's get a little bit of maybe I don't know, there's no really red, it's kind of all brownish flesh tones. In there. So, I don't have a white. I didn't buy any white. I think I have a white in this Winsor Newton set. And it's not going to show up that much. All right. It's kind of, let's give him a little bit of a, so that I have that red out, give him a little bit of a red cheeky here. And since I don't have white, hold the phone. The light's in my eyes. Let's grab some acrylic. I'm going to work right out of the cap. Let's give him some white eyebrows. Whoops. Well, I'm going to leave it bushy like that. He looks mad. Come on, Santa's not mad. He looks a little mad to me. I'm not mad. He needs a smile. It's his eyes. Give him a little bit of a red lip here. Yeah. What are you doing to me, he says. Now I'm getting mad at you. I'm sorry, Santa. Let's get some more of that white. See, I get to playing with this, and then I play too much, and then, yep. And schema. Santa's not mad. His eyes are starey. That's what's the problem. Now, what are you going to do with that, Mary? I don't know. Doing all over again, I guess. I'm just playing. I don't want to get paint on my new pen. There, I'm kind of happy with that. He doesn't look quite as mad to me. He needs some twinkle in his eyes. I get a dab of white and put a little twinkle in his eye. I don't know if I can do that without messing it up. Twinkle. Okay, we're going to call that one done. Just playing. Now, it is 9:52. I'll probably work on this again Sunday evening. I stream at 6 o'clock Sunday evening. I want to work on those lace envelopes. And I don't know, probably maybe start working on the owls again on Sunday. Hi, Shannon. It's good to see you. You have been crocheting your heart out, you and Becky. Hi, Chris. It's good to see you, too. And Sharon Lombard and Dar, Cheshire Cat Dar, Janet Burgess. Laura had to leave. Chrissy says, thanks again, Mary. If you just want to slip it in with the lace envelope. Oh, I can do that, Christy. I will. I might redo it then if I can slip it in, because those aren't going out tonight. Although it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little off, but with all those stitch lines in there, it's really not bad. I got a little ink in there, but it's kind of a mixed media anyway, so yeah. Let's see, what else is going on out there? Janet Burgess, Teresa, Christy says, I'm shooting for around 10 or 11 to stream. Christy Rhodes. Teresa said, Christy, I did, was it, oh, it was Janet Burgess was asking Teresa if she got something, and Teresa said she did. So I think I'm all caught up with chat. Becky went to bed. She says, I'm tired. So I'm going to do some more Santa Claus faces, and I want to make some. By the time I get a cotton batting around his head and everything, this could really use, he could use a little bit of shadow around his nose. Let's see if I can take a little of this brownish. He could use a little shadow right in there. And maybe up in Here a little. Just a little. Actually, a little of the pinky. Shadowing in there. I hate to do too much to him. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I wasn't going to stay till 10, but it's 4 minutes until 10. I had fun tonight. Was sure glad to see you all, and thank you all for spending Friday evening with me when I know you could be other places. I know for a fact you could be other places. Have a really good weekend. Chris comes on tomorrow, 7 to 8. Catitude will be on, I think, 9 Central. Christy said she's going to start streaming on Saturday morning. She said around 10 or 11. So watch for her. Saturday night, Beth Schuler will be on at 6 Eastern. Saturday night, Beth Schuler, and then Sunday morning, Chris will be on again, or she may be on. That's her regular times. Bye, Dar. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back Sunday evening. So, have a great weekend, everybody. I got to go pick things off my floor, all the thrift haul off of my floor behind me. And I'm going to tat. Bye.